Hey, it's Niall here with PRN. Today we're taking a look at this 1988 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEL. Back in the 80s, this was the most expensive production sedan that money could buy, save for maybe a Rolls-Royce. This has a 5.5 liter V8 engine, has about 300 horsepower as what it was rated for back in the day, and some say that that was actually underrated for the engine itself. So today we're going to be taking a look at the outside of it. We're going to go inside, show you all the features, everything that this car has to offer, and we'll show you what you could be in for if you're in the market for Mercedes-Benz W126. So inside the car here, you can see that you've got an extended wood finish all around the front passenger compartment here, down the center console, and even onto the storage tray. Your passenger controls for your seating, memory 1 and 2, as well as the back, the headrest, and the bottom are all there with your door switch. Interesting, you've got a manual window switch here, but then the passenger side is controlled down here with the button. So you've got power on one side and manual on the other. Now your instrument cluster, you have your fuel at the top with your coolant level and your oil pressure on the right, and then the ambiguous fuel economy at the bottom there that really doesn't give you a true idea of what fuel economy you're getting. It's either right or left. Into the middle, you've got your speedometer, and you can see there that it's got your sort of speeding zones there, for some reason between 50 and 60 kilometers, and then you've got the one at 70, 120, and just over 200. Those were sort of mandated by the US to have a speeding line there. That was their hope in the 80s to cut down on speeding and I guess fatalities, stuff like that. Tachometer there with a 6,000 red line, and your clock. Now down here, you've got your switch to tell you if you've got your high beams on, your battery light, your parking brake, your brakes, your oil pressure, your coolant level. You've got your windshield washer fluid level, your brake or tail lights or headlights light, ABS light, SRS for the airbags, check engine light there. And then in the center there, that digital climate control, that was a feature that the W126 had, and it was sort of a world first when it came to having a digital climate for the outside there. It's really cool. You've got your driver's side airbag there, and it was optional to have a passenger side airbag, and then for the 1989 560 SEL model, it became standard to have the passenger side airbag there. Moving into the center console, you've got your defrost, circulation, hazard light, your antenna. You can control how high or low it is, so if you're pulling into a condo parking lot and you don't want to rip it off there, you can pull it down. You've got your climate control below that with the fan and speed there. It's a rotary switch. It's not digital. You've got an upgraded Becker Grand Prix stereo system there, which is kind of nice. And here you've got your ashtray, which is wooden. Down below, we have the switches for your heat. So again, 2 settings there. You've got your horn button. If you're ever wondering what that is, you either have a high tone or a low tone. Automatic sunshade. And then just on the other side there, you've got your other switch for the passenger heat. Shift console, your window switch is there. And again, you've got the center switch there to control your passenger side mirror. And the middle button there is just the volume fader between having the speakers go to the front or the back. There's a nice wooden console here that opens up to make your glove box. And you can have little cups of coffee there or something. Obviously, they're not going to be sitting around. If you're going around a corner, they're going to fly right off. But if you're parked and you want to have a little cup of coffee, then you're good to go there. And again, you've got your control switch there for your passenger side. And you know what? Really a lot of legroom. I'm a tall guy, and I am sitting quite comfortably in this car. And really, really good visibility, as you would expect from any 80s, 90s car up until recently. So just here on the left side of your steering column, you've got your parking brake release, and then you've got your parking lights and your headlights there. If you're ever wondering what these are, obviously you've got off there, followed by your parking lights and then your headlights. This here, you'll see this only really on Mercedes, BMW, and I believe Audi as well. They're your parking lights. If you were to turn the car off and be parked on the side of a road and you want to make sure that people can see you, you flip on the switch to the corresponding side that you're basically exposed on, and it'll keep the parking lights on that side. So if you're in a dimly lit alleyway or you're just on a street that you think people might, hit your car and you just want them to be aware as they come around a corner, you just turn on that parking switch, use a low amount of power, and it'll cut itself off if you are, if the battery kind of dips below a certain point. But maybe you'll keep your car a little safer if you're parked on the road there. All right, so we're going to take a look at the back here. Your controls for your passenger side, you've got the actual control there for the seat. Your heat warmers, 2 levels, and then your window doors there. You've got an ashtray at the bottom. Obviously your wooden handle there with the grab handle for the door. And then you've got some nets for the back there if you wanted to put some stuff. Footwell rests, so you can put your feet up, just like on most of the long wheelbase cars that you see these days. As you can see, there's a lot of space back there too. Like, you're gonna be pretty hard pressed to be complaining about space. And then again, you've got the rear sunshade, which would be automatic through the button. You just have to hold it for it to go up. There's no manual option, which is really nice because you don't want to have to go back there every time if you want to pull it down. The W126 Mercedes S-Class has a lot of features that we take for granted today that were really revolutionary back in the day. It has ABS brakes. It is a center high-mounted stoplight, which maybe it's not revolutionary, but every car's got it today. It has a hydro-pneumatic self-leveling rear suspension, which you see on many new cars, SUVs. Tons of them have them. My E38 7 Series has it, but this car had it first. You have front and rear crumple zones for the car. If you get into a collision, the car will crumple instead of just ejecting you through the windshield and kill you. It's got seatbelt pretensioners too, so if the car detects that there could be a collision, it'll tighten those seatbelts up for you and keep you safe. So this car's got a lot of features that we really take for granted today. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video of the 1988 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEL. If you have any questions about this car, please let us know. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.